You are now tuning in live to Bitch Guess What?
Bitch guess what? Bitch guess what? Bitch guess what? What? How do these bitches be guessing? Bitch guess what? What? Bitch guess what? What? Bitch guess what? What? How do these bitches be guessing? All of my bitches be guessing. Who they be guessing? Half of them stressing. Y'all need a lesson. Hold up in line, one at a time. Baby, I get to your question. This ain't operation. Educate the population. Bringing all my bitches to the forefront of the conversation. What? Bitch guess what? Bitch guess what? How do these bitches be guessing? Bitch guess what? What? Bitch guess what? What? Bitch guess what? What? How do these bitches be guessing?
Hey!
Woo!
All of these bitches be guessing. What is up, people?
Hello? Check. Testing.
Hello.
Testing
Hola,
one,
mi
two.
gente. We hear you
Oh.
guys loud and clear.
Hola.
Bebecita, bebesota, priquetona.
Welcome everybody to episode 20 motherfucking 5 of Bitch Guess What? Yep, and you just listened to the musical talents of Mr. Lucho Amor.
Oh,
So
thank
right
you.
here.
I know.
Hello,
like,
hello.
This way.
Huh.
I know, it's right here.
Huh.
This guy, this motherfucking guy. That's why he thinks he can show up late. He's
Right.
like, I'm the
I'm a
talent.
diva. That's what
the-
I'm
yeah,
a diva.
I'm
right.
I'm a diva. How's y'all ladies week been? How
Fuck,
y'all?
man.
Yeah.
3
It's
weeks.
been a few weeks,
right?
3 weeks.
It's been
3
like
weeks,
3, I
guys.
think.
Yeah.
Because we should have
3?
podcasted last week, but I
3?
was working.
Oh
right?
yeah, you had to go do your duck dizzle.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, in English.
Fuck.
Simon.
We had the group chat over here, and I was like, hey, what do you guys want to talk about? And Sonia's like, this wet ass pussy. And I'm like, I feel like we always talk about it.
Splish splash, bitch.
Splish splash. I was taking a bath early on a Saturday night.
That's what I really
Yeah.
meant when I said underwater basket weaving. That's what I meant.
Basket weaving, get the fuck out of here.
No,
Yeah,
but
that
like,
is-
we're
yes.
always like, hey, Sonia, so what's up with your dating life? I think for me, it's like I'm living vicariously through you because I don't do shit. Like, I'm not out here like that, you know? And
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I don't know about you, Lucho, but I'm like, really? Like, how is that? Like, that's
Tell me
so
Yo.
more.
cool.
I had
Yeah.
so I had this girl hit me up last night, right?
Ooh.
Mhm.
And it was basically like straight up booty call, but like treat booty call, because she was like, we're gonna get in and out and crumble cookies, and then you're gonna come over and fuck me. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'm kind of busy. And I don't feel sexy. And I
Aw,
didn't
so
go.
sexy.
I even got witnesses. Terminator can vouch for me. I didn't go. I fucking stayed.
Wow,
I
Terminator?
stayed. My boy Term, call him
Oh.
Terminator. Everybody I kick it with is like over 6'7". They're monsters on Monstrosities Monsters. Term is no exception. Yeah, that's why we call him Terminator, because he's just this this biomechanical being that just goes through walls and like infiltrates nuclear compounds and like can intercept missiles with his bare hands. It's just
Well,
incredible.
damn. What is he
He's probably-
single?
He's back there like, what the
Is
fuck?
he
You're a
single?
liar.
Just kidding. Hussam, you made it.
Hussam
I
is
love
alive?
you. I haven't seen
That's
him forever
incredible.
on here, and we
Yo,
love you.
I was,
We miss
I was
your
gonna pull an
presence.
APB on the missing homie.
I know.
I know.
Him. You
You sound like a
listen.
robot.
For real? Me?
Dak, like Mars Attack.
Mars
Dak,
Attack.
dak, dak, dak.
Does it still sound like that?
No, you're good.
Okay, good.
It was just your internet.
Yeah.
Right. No, okay, so I can't use my microphone. I have to use the MacBook one because Loki chewed through the cord again while I was gone. So
Oh,
fun times
what?
for me. Yeah.
What the
Fucking
fuck?
hate him. He's the worst. He's such a piece of shit. But Hussam, we were really concerned about you.
Yes.
Don't be drinking and commenting. Drinking and commenting do not mix, Hussam. We love you. We're
Yes.
happy you're back, though.
Yes,
Yeah.
we've missed your presence so much.
Got a little worried. I was like, yo, I gotta hit up my Iranian homies so we can get the
He's
IP
in
address so
Dubai.
we can track him down
Dubai.
and make sure he's
He's-
good.
He's tuning in from motherfucking Dubai.
Yeah.
So we're
We're
international
international
in
in
this
this
bitch.
bitch.
Future
Jinx.
capital of the world right there, Dubai.
Gross. I know, it's
Yeah.
wild. What were we saying right before that? Oh, Sonia's wet pussy. Okay.
Oh yeah.
No,
Define wet. Is
How
this
is that?
just secretions or
vaginal secretions. No, we're not going there.
Yeah,
We're
we're
not
not
going
going there for sure.
Uh,
I was
No, we're
kidding when I said I wanted to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it.
We are not discussing snail trails
You're like, what's
here.
the
We're good.
consistency? Is it watery? Is it sticky?
Oh, no.
No.
she said, oh no. No.
Nah.
No, but
not
how's
us.
life? How are you guys doing?
Yeah,
I
chill,
feel
go
like
first.
we have a really lit group chat, but we don't like talk.
It's true.
I had a very eventful day today.
What
Very
happened?
Tell me more.
So many errands, and like I literally got here as Term as my witness about half an hour ago. Like got home, started whipping up dinner real quick, and I was like, oh, I got the podcast. I was like, so I had to go to the courthouse today. First, I had to go to Oakland for the California Office of Workers' Comp claims.
Are you in?
Then-
Are
Did you get hurt?
Injured?
This is an old. Remember I told you I got electrocuted at work a long time ago?
No,
No, I like
I don't think
almost
you
died.
well, you
had to
didn't
go to
tell
the
me.
hospital.
I don't remember that now.
No,
Maybe you
this
told
is-
me.
This is a long time ago. Anyways, they're trying to fit me with a $14,000 bill, and I said, "You got me fucked up." So
Yeah.
now it's in the middle. We're on the verge. They have until Friday. I'm giving them until Friday, and then after that, we're going after them full force. And it's gonna turn.
Damn.
We're gonna turn it into a class action lawsuit and get as many people involved on some Better Call Saul shit because what these elderly facilities are doing is crooked. And they fucked with the wrong one.
Mhm.
They could have just made this go away, but no. Now I want blood. And nobody cares about old people anymore, and they just get fucked over all the time.
Nobody
And
cares about anybody. I swear to God.
these
like,
corporations, what they do, bleeding these people who have no family, no friends. They're living on
terrible.
fixed incomes, and they're they're basically prisoners in these places. A lot of them, they don't even have control over their own assets. Their children have power of attorney, and they just throw them in there, and it's really sad.
It's
And
super fucking sad.
it happens on a much larger scale than people actually realize. And I've had a fuck enough with it. And I'm not going to say the company's name yet. It is the forefront in senior living in the United States. And this is when you do bad business, and more importantly, when you screw over sweet old people, and there's somebody like me around who's been documented and everything for the last 8 years, you're fucked. Also from that, got harassed by the police. That's not new
I
here.
did too.
Got totally pulled out of my car, like in handcuffs. Luckily, some guys I knew came by on their way to practice, and they started going on Instagram Live with the whole thing. And then I made mention of my lawyer, who I had met today. I'd met up with him today, and then I dropped that name. Shout out to Dennis Honeychurch, realist out here. They got scared, and then they let me go. And but yeah, that was not cool. And then I did not get to see my grandma today. I wanted to do that. Did not get to see my grandma today, so that sucks. But I talked to her, and then I went to the grocery store. There's a little whip up something. Fucking, I didn't eat yet. I'll eat after the podcast. But that was. It's only fucking Thursday tomorrow, so let's see what else. The fucking weak ass.
Yeah,
Literally.
literally.
Jesus.
Jesus.
Fuck. Oh, I didn't even tell you. On fucking Monday when I was in Vallejo, I seen an RV catch on fire. They were cooking meth in there. They fucking pulled the
Jesus.
body out and everything. I got it on footage. Yeah, it
Oh
was
my
fucked up.
God.
Shout out to the real heroes, the firefighters. Those dudes went in there with like just their jackets on and no fucking helmet or mask or nothing. They like ran in there
Wow.
looking for people, and it was
Wow.
awesome.
Some
And the
kid
cops
got
were nowhere to be
stabbed here
found. Surprise there.
yesterday.
Wow.
Oh, really?
Oh, I
Like,
saw your post.
Yeah, I live like right across the street from my kids' schools, and there's a park right next to it. And I guess this kid, only 16-year-old, got stabbed in the chest there, And then his friend tried to drive him, you know, out of there. And he ended up pulling over right here in front of my apartment complex, which is like maybe a quarter of a mile away. And he died.
Wow.
They like had all the, you know, like my kids walk back and forth from school right here. Motherfuckers are out here just stabbing each other in the chest in the park. Like, that's crazy. I know
Well,
it happens everywhere all the
to be
time.
fair,
but
anytime there is a park within walking distance of a school, that's the place to go.
shit goes down. That's
busy,
where they
yeah.
go to fight. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's off school campus. I get it.
Someone got
But-
stabbed outside of Oceanside High School not too long ago either. So it was just like a random like stabbing shit. Like,
Oh
That's
yeah,
crazy.
just a couple weeks ago in Vallejo, there was a shooting right in front of Vallejo High School. One of the teachers got shot.
oh my god.
Yeah, he lived. I think it was the football coach.
Wow.
Yeah. He was trying to break a fight up. It's all on video too. He's trying to break the fight up.
Oh,
They hop in the car. They start driving off. As soon as they drive off, they just open fire on a crowd of people.
Oh my
That is
god.
wild.
Yeah.
San Marcos High School. Oh no, San
People
Marcos Middle School. There was like a shooting right outside the school too. They had to like go on lockdown and shit like 2 weeks ago.
Wow.
This world, man.
It's getting hot. People are struggling.
Thank God
People
my
got
kids
no
are nerds.
patience.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad that my kids are nerds and they don't fuck around like I used to.
Well, they also have a mother who's watching out for them and to
Yeah.
guide them in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
A
which
lot
I
of kids
didn't,
don't. A lot of
so.
kids don't have that. You know,
True.
Yeah.
it makes a
Hello.
huge fucking difference.
I was gonna say something else too. Damn it. Okay, how about them Padres though?
Woo! Let's go.
Hey.
Let's
Hey, how about
fucking
them
go,
Raiders?
San Diego.
How about them Raiders though? We finally didn't lose. We finally
Finally
didn't lose.
That's funny.
I lost in fantasy, but it's all good.
Hallelujah.
I didn't get to watch the Charger game. I fell asleep. I came home from LA on Monday and I went straight to my daughter's volleyball game. She won the game point, by the way. I'm all sitting there throughout the entire game, just like trying not to fall asleep, right? I'm like dead ass tired. And then she scores the game point, and I would jump up, I'm like, ah, that's my baby, like going crazy.
Aw.
And then I went and got pho and I went to sleep.
That sounds
I was
awesome.
so dead,
Eventful.
way
Fuck yeah.
tired.
There's
it's
only
like-
like one good pho place out here. And I don't
Yeah,
like
it's hard to
going
find
there.
a good pho place.
There's tons in
There's
the
a
Bay
couple.
Area, but it's like I don't want to get on I-80.
Yeah, you don't want to get all
Sit
those
in
traffic.
traffic.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
that.
Brave
just for
play.
some pho.
Pay
Not
bridge
worth
toll.
it.
Excuse me, miss. I
Yeah,
saw you from
no.
across the room. Okay,
Yeah,
got me
it's
fucked
gonna be a
up.
big nah. The
Baseball,
sport that
Hussam.
Padres-
Baseball.
Yeah, it's baseball. So I was looking at it, and I think the 4 teams left are Padres, Phillies, right, and then Yankees, Astros. And I was like, how wild would that be if the Yankees and the Padres went to the World Series?
I
Like, those are my
know.
dad's teams.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, I'm going to go for the Padres if that happens, but those are my
Yeah.
dad's, like, 2 favorite teams. Like, if that happens, we got to go.
We have to go. 100%.
We have to go. I can't not go to those games.
I don't care if we're in the
'cause, like,
nosebleeds. Like, we're
I
going
gotta
to
be representing my dad because this is like
Well,
never
then,
happened.
then let's hope it's gonna be Padres Astros because
Why?
those tickets are gonna be fucking expensive.
Yankees.
Yankees,
I don't give a
Padres.
Motherfuck. I don't give a.
You
I will
have to-
open up shop on my feet again.
You would
I don't
damn
give
near
a
ha-
two
I think-
shits.
If I'm not mistaken, World Series tickets, like you have to buy those. You buy those before you even know who's going to the
Oh.
World
I'll
Series.
go
So
look
you'd have to
into
buy
it
those like
tonight.
now. Yeah.
Put it on my
pretty
credit
s-
card. I don't give a shit.
Let me know what
Yeah,
link
but
you
that'd
use
be-
to sell
that'd be
your
sick
feet
as
pics
fuck.
because I'm going to do it too.
And then worse comes to worse. Say the Padres don't go, you could sell World Series tickets for a grip, like a couple
Right.
days before.
That's true.
Here you go,
There's
guys.
not-
Free game
technically
from
there's-
Lucho
Yeah,
Amor.
technically that ain't even a fucking loss. Oh, people don't even fucking know. I used to fucking buy website names.
Oh yeah.
And like fuck, like what was one that I sold? Fuck. I can't
People
remember
do
what
it like
was.
to celebrities. They go start websites with celebrity names, and then celebrities have to like pay them to get their name back.
Oh yeah,
That's
a
so
big thing.
crazy.
Oh, people will
Yeah.
do that. People will do that on Instagram. They'll
yeah,
take
on
Instagram.
too.
Yeah, people
Yep.
who are like, I don't know how. I mean, there are tons of like industry plants. So like when somebody like name like 4 people I knew. Nobody knew who they were, and I was like, oh yeah, it's a derogatory term, industry plant, but I mean that's basically what you call them. It's basically this label is investing in this person's future to make them a lot of money. So like Billie Eilish, she was one. She'd be like, she was a little girl, was there with her brother and her family and shit. Gabby Wilson. I actually personally knew Gabby Wilson. She went to school.
Gabby Wilson?
Gabby Wilson is her.
Oh, her.
H-E-R.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Right. She's from Vallejo.
Okay. Yeah, I knew she was from the Bay Area, but
yeah, my little sister went to school with her, and they were best friends. And she used to come to the house like all the time. So
that's dope.
But and like back then, like Nick Cannon was her manager, but she was in like public school. You know what I mean? She was like going to LA like every once in a while, and like that's what they do. They just invest. They find young talent, and then boom, they fucking invest in you. And then when you see these people who just blow up out of nowhere, it's not nowhere. Like 10 years, like the studio has been building their persona.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah.
And it's kind of fucked up because a lot of times those kids, they embody that persona. And it kind of fucks them over in life. There's actually a lot of artists like that. A lot of rappers too. A lot of rappers who are not known in any neighborhood or from any set or district or anything. And then like, they just come up out of nowhere and like, they have all this street credit and it's like, nah. And then they get fucking robbed or everybody in their crew gets killed or fucking they get killed or they get involved in real crime and then go to jail because they're not real criminals and they don't know how to operate. Fucking, it's actually kind of fucked up. But the people who do make it, it's awesome.
Interesting.
All of that from Instagram handles and websites.
So crazy. I know. We're always like squirrel. We like go on these long tangents. How did we get here?
Rabbit hole. It's like fucking Mad Hatter, Alice in Wonderland shit.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. I think. Have you utilized our note app, Sonia? Or is that just Lucho in there?
It's not me. I haven't done that in a while. It's been a minute.
So
Doing
Lucho
what?
and I have utilized the note app because we have a note app, everybody.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Type in topics as they come to us.
Okay, so I apologize for my entries. So
I can tell you were on something at
I'm
some
gonna
point.
I'm gonna look at these. Don't delete them. Don't delete them.
I'm not deleting them. I'm not deleting them. But
I don't even know what I wrote.
There's a topic that I do want to talk about that I put in there. First of all, don't bring up Game of Thrones. I'm behind by 2 episodes, okay?
Oh, you're tripping.
I've been busy, okay? I don't have a lot of time for TV.
I respect. Okay, well, you have to make time for next Sunday. You have to watch.
Well, I was trying to catch up last night, and then I fell asleep because I was so fucking tired.
Okay.
Like these events, they're dope. They're fun. I love my job, but it's like 17-hour, 18-hour days. Like
it's a
Sunday,
mission.
I started work at 7 a.m. I didn't stop till like 1:30 a.m. Like I was dead. Okay. So there's that. I do. What? She's just finally reading.
Sorry, guys.
Wait, what? Sorry. Just read it off, Sonia.
No.
When is it suitable to go ass to mouth? Is that what you read?
Oh my god, Lucho!
Was another one. I think I put like, I don't know. I was just
the
writing.
The toxic air that I breathe in would leave the average man weakened.
Oh my god.
I think that was a rap lyric.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what happens on Instagram is you guys know that I'm very vocal about my opinions, my hot takes on shit, and I put it out there, right? I see things, I speak on it, I say how I feel, whatever, how I see it from where I sit, right? And there's a few men who follow me who constantly send me shit. I don't know if they want to debate or they want to see where I sit. They ask me my opinion and they get mad at me when I give it to them, kind of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Small dick energy.
But what happened was somebody And this one isn't one of those bad ones, but it was an interesting one. So there's this video of this guy talking about how the man should be paying for the dates, like dinner and things like that, right? And I think he was Muslim, like I don't know like for sure, but it all looked like that, and that's the way he spoke. But he was saying that if his woman and him went out to dinner, even if she was a billionaire, he would not let her pay. Right? It's still his responsibility as a man to cover that bill. And this person who sent me this was like appalled by it, right? He's like, even if she's a billionaire, that don't make sense. Like all these women, like the blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, well, first of all, it's the video is just a man saying this. It's not a woman saying, even if I'm a billionaire, I shouldn't have to pay. It's this guy who was saying that. He's like, well, who do you think's who's wrong? If who's wrong or who's right? I'm like, well, I think they're both right. Because I think that if he, which he's the one who said this, if he doesn't think that she should have to cover dinner regardless of her income, like if she's balling or not, then that is his expectation in a relationship or in that kind of, interaction, right? And that's okay. That's what he's looking for. That's what he wants. That's what he wants to do, right? And if she's looking for someone, which she didn't even speak in this instance in this video, if it's her expectation to not pay, then she needs to find somebody who shares those same expectations, right? Those same what is it? They have that in common, right? It is an Arab mentality. Yeah, and it was a man of that region saying this. And so my thing is that as a woman who's gone on dates with people, right, who understands that there's a lot of men out there who think that if they pay for dinner, you order a steak, it's pricey, then it comes with a side of dick, right? That shit ain't free, right?
Yeah.
And knowing that, I always offer to either pay the first date dinner or bill or whatever, or come up the pocket with at least half, whatever. I have done that. It's something I always do. I'm not like, I won't go on a date if I know that I can't afford to pay for the
right.
whole right. Period. But there have been hella men who are like, no, you're not paying for shit. That's my responsibility as a man. I'm supposed to show you that, like I can take care of you, whatever. I've had multiple people say that to me. And I'm like, okay, I'll fall back. You pay, who don't expect anything. That's just how they roll, right? And so when you meet women who have this expectation of having the date paid for, right? I don't think she's wrong. It's just you got to make sure you're going out with a guy who also thinks it's his responsibility as well. You know what I mean? Like, this is how you learn who's for you and who isn't for you. And sometimes it's in those kind of circumstances right off the bat.
Yeah.
Right? Does that make sense? And like, he was trying to be like, well, who's wrong and who's right? And I'm like, I don't think either one of them is wrong or right.
There is no right or wrong. One,
there's either wrong for each other or right for each other.
Right.
And that's the way that goes.
Yeah. 100%.
So y'all agree. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that makes sense. That's a logical answer.
That dude was fucking tripping. First of all, getting mad, like built up over that. Clearly, he's got some personal issues.
No, he wasn't mad about it. He was just like, I think that when he saw the video, like I said, it wasn't even a woman that came on and said it. It was only a
I saw that
man
video
who said
too.
it. Yeah, and I was just like, so wait.
And he wanted a yes or no answer, left or right.
His idea is, so I think the way that he sees it is, if we're in a partnership, right? Like we're in a relationship.
Right.
If I can't come up this way and you have the means to, like, why wouldn't you? Right? Like, and that makes sense. That's what he's looking for. You got me, I got you, we got each other type shit.
Right.
Makes perfect sense. That's what he's looking for. That's the kind of chick he needs, right?
Right.
And so hearing this guy say this, like, I don't give a fuck if she's a billionaire. I'm paying the bill. And she don't have to go in not one fucking penny, right? I think for him, he's just like, I don't understand that. Why wouldn't you? But that's, some people in some cultures aren't like that. You know what I mean? Like, men in certain cultures, they own that shit solely. They put that shit on their shoulders, even if it fucking kills them, right?
This is what men, and like being somebody who is multicultural, like that's 100% true. So like, to quote Game of Thrones, duty being the death of love, and love being the death of duty. It's not either or, it's synonymous. Love is duty. You have a duty to somebody. They have a duty to you. And as for men and women are fueled by their emotions. And when we do the little things, it's always the little things that mean the most to women. And we try to be grandiose sometimes, but it's like little things like, sometimes the woman likes to feel empowered. So if you're out to eat and she's like, oh, I want to pay, and you're like, no, I'll pay. Her treating you makes her feel good. You have to let her have that. Otherwise you're suffocating. That's something that they're yearning for. That's an emotion that they want to feel. And you're not letting them get that. You're paying for every meal. Also, from the man's side, it's the duty. It's, I love you. It's my duty. Like, I'm not doing my duty if you're feeding me. I should be feeding you everything. You should never have to feed me. You should always be safe and comfortable with. There's also that, but you're depriving women who do yearn for that ability. You're not letting them have that emotion, and that's a bad thing. Because for me, I would always pay. They'd be like, oh no, I want to pay, and then one time it became like a thing. She was like, no, I want to pay. She's like, I can pay for this. I want to pay. She's like, if you want a second date, you're gonna let me pay. And I was like, what the fuck? I thought she wanted to pay because she didn't like me. She did like me. I was like, yeah, you go ahead and pay. And I talked to her about it, and she was like, nobody's ever let me pay. I've never been able to like sit down and like treat somebody to a meal. It doesn't, it feels like I have fake people around me, people who always do things for me instead of letting me do things for them. And I was like, oh shit, that's some, cause she was a, you know what I mean? She's not a woman who, she's not a, she's an aggressive woman, if you know what I'm talking about. I had no reason being a little submissive for her because she had it like that. But I mean, it was just, that's how she was. But then there'd be times where she'd let me, I'd be like, oh, I got this. She'd be like, okay. And she liked that that feeling of I could take care of her, but she could take care of me. We could take care of each other. Damn,
I feel like that's something that typically
I fucking blew that shit. Now I think about it. That was a good woman.
In the dick,
you fumbled the bag.
Yep.
Fuck.
A lot of motherfuckers do. Hello.
They sure do.
I'm just kidding. But I feel like though that's something that comes later, more like when you're like further in the relationship, is when I've learned that men will finally let me take care of something when I insist. But it takes them a minute. Like they have to prove to me first that they can. And then I'm like, no, please let me. You always do. Like, let me take care of this, right? And then they'll like, fine, okay. Like, and it's really hard for some to accept it. Like, I think I've told this story before where it's like, we're like, Jay finally let me pay for like something. And it was his birthday breakfast. And the cashier was like, oh man, like you got dinner then, huh? And I was like, no, it's his birthday. Like, don't judge him for him finally letting me pay for something.
Yeah.
But I knew that was exactly the kind of reaction that he's always trying to avoid by paying for shit. Because there's men who judge each other when they see a man let a woman pay. Right?
Yeah.
That like that And that's what happens.
And it's nothing personal. It's just a fucking. It's our where our brain is wired. We're a victim of our fucking hormones.
Men are though. You guys are.
I've had to train myself to fucking. I mean, just the other. Okay, I didn't even bring this up. I got into a fit of rage on Sunday when I lost my cell phone, and I thought somebody stole my cell phone at the gas station, and the people there would not even bother to look at the camera tape to see if I dropped it or somebody took the phone, and I lost my shit, and I fucking basically threatened everybody in there. So now I can't go to the Loop anymore. And suffice to find, I left my phone in somebody else's car. It was never even at the gas station. I didn't even have it at the gas station.
Oh my
And I felt
Did you go and apologize?
No, fuck no.
Of course you didn't.
All
You have a big ass ego.
No, the only reason I went off is because I was like, I was super kind and cordial. I was like, "Hi, ma'am." I was just in here earlier.
He just said a fit of rage, and now he's
fit of rage.
No. I'm gonna do it just like this. I had a code switch. I was like, "Hi, ma'am. My apologies. I was just in here. I think I lost my phone. I'm not sure. Is there any way that you could check on the cameras? I mean, I looked around outside, so you guys didn't have to check." And I was like, "Even if you could just check like a second." She's like, "Nope, we don't do that here." And I was like, "Excuse me?" She's like, we don't do that here." She's like, "You think I don't know how to work that shit." And I was like, "What the fuck you working here for then?" Then it just went to a thing. So that, yeah. And I don't even know why the fuck I bring that up. Shit.
Squirrel.
Because
for me.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. I think it's more of like a comfort thing for me. Like I'm not comfortable with people like paying for me or like doing things for me. I feel like I'm like overly independent where like I don't like to depend on anyone.
Mechanism.
And yeah, it is. It really is.
Put the wall up.
I put the wall up and I'm like, no, like I got it because like
in a kind fashion.
In a kind way, I'm not. And
it's not like fuck you, don't talk to me.
No,
I'll pay.
and it's
I
not
can
for,
pay.
like-
No, I can pay. It's fine.
No, yeah, it's like it's not a jab at anybody. It's just like
Yeah.
how I am. Like I just don't feel comfortable when people pay for me. Like, you know, obviously in my marriage it was different. We were married, whatever, and like we would both pay whatever. But like for new people coming in, like I don't like doing that. Even like now when I go with like friends or even family, like I don't even want to split the bill. I'm like, I got it. And it's not even like a flex, like, oh, I got money. Like it's not like that. It's just like I got it. I don't know. It's just weird. Like I just don't like when people like pay for me. It's weird.
I think that what
just don't
happens,
like
it's like it is a defense mechanism / like trauma response, right?
Yeah.
Because there are times when you think that people are doing something out of the kindness of their heart, and then it gets thrown in your face at some point.
yes.
And so then at that point, it's when you stop allowing those little acts of kindness. Like,
yeah.
Mhm.
like that's me 100%, right? Like it makes it hard to relearn how to receive, but that's why too it's important to not completely stop allowing yourself to receive, like generosity. Like people should be giving out of their heart and not to get something back, but that's where you have to make sure that the only people that you're interacting and socializing with are
Genuine.
the kind of people who are genuine, right? Because then it eliminates that question.
Yeah.
And then you can be like a healthy person who's like capable of receiving kindness and generosity.
It's so funny that like you bring this topic up because I literally just did this for my birthday week, like after, because I had COVID. So this is like towards the end of August.
Oh,
like,
that's right.
my friend Jenna, me and her went out on a couple of dates. We like go to the drive-in and stuff. I never let her pay, and then she was like, "Oh, I'm gonna take you out for your birthday." And I was like, "All right, cool, yeah." So I found like this galleria where it has like hella dessert spots and like hibachi places, and there's like this Japanese Mexican fusion restaurant.
What?
And we were like, "Yeah, it was
That's
gas." So we went there,
like the
and
culture in Japan, the Cholo culture.
we ended up getting dessert before dinner because it was like an hour and a half wait. So fucking we went and got dessert, and I think she paid. I let her pay, and then because she was gonna pay for dinner too, and then we got to dinner, and then like I saw the bill, I was like, oh fuck yeah, let me pay this. I was like, let me pay this, and I was like, I got it. She's like, no, I said I was taking you out to dinner, and I was like, nah, it's cool, I got it. She's like, she said my real name, and then she was like, I'm paying this, and I was like, you want to split it? We can split it. How about that? She was like, okay, fine. At least let's split it. And I let her split the dinner bill with me. Because I don't know why I couldn't let her pay.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I was just like,
Yeah.
you know, I just don't like people. It's the same thing. I don't like people. I don't ask people for help. I don't ask people for money. I like to be the person. Someone's like, ask me anyway, how many people I fucking helped when they fucking needed it. Like nobody can, and I don't owe anybody anything. So nobody can say like I owe them anything. Like that's always, I've always wanted it to be that. Like I've never wanted me knowing like at any moment's notice I could be gone and that's it. And all that's going to be left is how I lived. I don't want there to be no bad blood. I don't want there to be no funk, no unpaid debts. I want it to be when I leave clean and nothing. No, you know what I mean? Like, but it's like you kind of be coming like an asshole also doing that because you recluse yourself from people. That's just not letting people pay. That's just a small side effect of like depression in a way, because you recluse. You're like you said, you put a wall up. As people, we put this wall up, this defense mechanism, because nobody's willing to go 100% into trusting anybody. Is that how many people that you could say like on a dime's notice without a shadow of a doubt in any situation that person would come through 100%. Nobody can say that about anybody.
I mean, I
can say that about a couple.
I feel like I'm somebody.
I have a couple in my life. Yeah, I have a couple in my life.
Under the right circumstances, yes. But like in the shadow of doubt of anything, like
my dad would always come through for me.
You get charged with terrorist attacks, and you're in the federal penitentiary, and then
my dad would come for me.
You might have even had something to do with that shit.
My dad would come for me. My dad is forever my favorite person.
Okay, so I don't have anybody. No, yeah, I mean, those are kinds of things when you like, I don't know. I just feel like it's one of those things where it's like, don't let the world make you cold.
Right.
Like there are people who don't have the capacity to be the kind of friend to you that you are to them. Right. And that's not like, I think most people don't even do that on purpose. I think that they just are not aware, also are struggling with their own shit and their own trauma and their own self-defense and their own shit, right? And I think what we do is we default to getting upset or thinking that people are being malicious.
Right.
When in fact they just don't have the capacity to like live up to the expectations that we unfairly impose upon them.
Right.
Lucho, you have a message from Hassam. Can you see the comments, Lucho?
Oh, hold on.
Switch from private chat to comments.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. I know that for me too is I trust people really easily and really fast. And I think that the reason why I do that is because I feel like I am trustworthy. And like
I would have picked a place that I know is affordable. Yeah, I should. She actually picked the spot, which I found like the area, and there was other affordable places, but she picked that because I was insistent on going to like this other place that was like cheaper. But she was like, no, I want like sushi. And like,
do you do that too? Like, do you guys do that where you know you're going to have to pay for people? So you pick somewhere that's like, you know, more affordable than not?
I'm like, no. I can afford this.
No, me, I don't really try to think about price.
2 for 20.
Yeah.
Everyone group up.
I try to think about like a good meal. Like usually when I go to like a sit down restaurant with like friends or like on a date, like it's usually like I try to have like the celebratory vibes. So I usually like go because I usually pay also. So like when I go out, like I pay for everybody. Like my homeboy Piggity, when he came down, we all went to Buffalo Wild Wings. I just picked up the tab for everybody. Like
when
everybody's like, oh no, we'll
visit Lucho.
Like, I'm gonna. Well, I want to try and plan a trip to come down there.
I think you should come down
here.
Yeah. If I could just crash out there for a couple of days and like go to the beach and paint my toes and shit like that.
Yeah,
have a nice couch you can sleep on. My bed's big. Tater can sleep in between us.
Do like face jail pills and shit like that.
Tater will cuddle you.
We could all watch
Tater
Coco
tot.
together.
Yeah.
I just gotta get like somebody to watch Penny and shit. And
Yeah.
fucking,
Sonia's got a king size bed.
I
We
do.
could
It's
all
nice
fit.
and big.
I'm probably gonna sleep on the floor, to be honest.
Your
I
back hurt?
have.
I have a couch at
It's
least.
from like
Jesus.
it's from like staying in like tons of hotels and shit, and like also like as a kid like not having like a bed or like a good bed.
Oh.
Like for me, and then like I
Is
just
it
always
comfortable?
found sleeping on I can fall asleep on any floor anywhere.
Okay.
You just give me a pillow and a blanket and I'm out.
Perfect. Fair enough.
It's fucking awesome.
It's me, you, and
Me
Tater
too.
in this bitch. Me, you, and Tater Stella cuddling on my bed.
Well, he can at least watch
I wake
Coco
up
with
and
him.
I wake up, I see Tater and I just start crying.
He's all with his fucking tooth sticking out right in your
Smelling
face.
you.
the crypt keeper.
He's adorable. You're gonna fall in love with him. Watch.
He's so cute.
Put him
He's
in my
like,
duffel bag.
you look at his picture and you're like, ugh. But then you meet his little personality and you're like, oh, you're kind of cute.
You're just a cute little puppy.
He's a little tiny
Little
guy.
guy. Baby.
Where did it go?
He's up there.
Be around there
He's up there
somewhere.
chewing microphone cables.
Dude, fucking Loki, bro. Like, seriously, it makes me so mad because I tell my kids before I leave, I said, I do not want him in there unsupervised. Look at this shit.
Oh no.
What the
I'm like,
fuck?
I don't have a microphone. I don't know how this is going to sound on audio when we upload it. But,
Okay, damn
as
near.
my boss would
I
say,
gotta
stay la
fucking-
vie.
Damn near, you guys got to get some. Damn, I got to set up because I know I got an extra microphone and I think I have another microphone. I'm not sure. I have to see.
Oh,
Yeah,
so we can all
'cause-
pod together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have an
Yeah.
interface here that holds two microphones.
Okay.
But like if we'd have to have we'd need to get like a I don't know if you guys have an interface or not.
I don't know what that is.
An
The
if anything what we could do is I could just run a condenser mic and fucking we could just
I have one of these
it'd be
that
the room
has. Where is
it'd be
it?
the room audio and then one
gosh,
microphone we would just
This one has 3 USB
No,
ports.
it's like a,
Oh no, it's not that. It's
Oh.
like the mixer
like
board type
this.
looking thing.
this
Oh.
see it
Yeah.
go up when I start talking and then if I talk louder it'll start to clip and the colors will change.
He's so stupid. He's all
But you
getting
guys
excited.
can hear me like fine, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
it
could
doesn't
tell that
sound,
it's
like, all
I could
far
tell it's
away.
the laptop mic because it's a
Yeah,
condenser. Yeah.
that sucks. It's gonna
Your
suck for
audio is good though.
Okay.
Yeah, you sound fine.
I was concerned.
You
Pues
crazy
no,
girl.
mija.
I was
Crazy.
very
Crazy
concerned.
girl.
I was
Hey
muy
Bart,
concerned.
thanks for joining.
What's up, Bart? How you doing?
Ooh, Hussam, yeah, the floor is good for your back. I love just laying on the floor and like
Hell yeah.
stretching my back. Oh, it feels so good.
I have
just did
found that
earlier.
the older I get, the firmer the mattress is
yes,
the way to go. Like
my
You
mattress
need
is
that
firm.
support.
Mhm.
Yeah. Especially because I
that-
used to be a stomach sleeper. So like firm mattresses are really good for that because then that curve in my back is more supported on like my stomach on the front, you know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Those quick twitch fibers in
Mhm.
in your ligaments and your muscle, your connective tissue, like over time, it becomes more rubbery. It's not as it's not as built as it is because you're aging, and your bones move around a little more, and your joints move around. They're also tighter too, which is
Mhm.
weird. And when you sit on
tell
something
you
firm,
what's
it's giving
tight.
you all that support on your bike, on your legs, on your eyes, on your Nike.
Your Nike. I just bought like a neck stretcher thingy that you like lay on. Oh my god, it's so amazing.
What's
It, like,
Oh, you
neck
get
stretches,
stretcher?
everything.
cervical decompression.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
it's
what
so
is
good.
that? I want one. What is it?
Oh, I left it out there.
I have one too. I do spinal decompression therapy. I've been doing it for like the
Nice.
last 3 years.
I need that
because
shit.
Has it
my
worked?
height is constantly shifting because the in between. So you have these columns in your spine.
Yeah, yeah. Like the
There's
little
discs.
discs between
Right.
your vertebrae.
I have 2 bulging discs, and like all of my columns of my spine are
Looks
compressed.
like that.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, you
Ooh,
lay
I
down on
want it.
that.
Did you get it on Amazon?
Yeah, I got it on Amazon.
Yeah, you can get this
Send me
all on
that
Amazon.
link, bitch.
Okay, I'll
There's
send it to you.
there's
Pod.
one you can wrap around your neck and you inflate it while you're sitting up,
Oh, I saw that.
I had that. Then there's one for spinal decompression. You put this harness on, and it's in your doorway. It looks like the ones you like do pull-ups on, and you just strap it in that, and you take a step forward, then you lean back onto your heels in the doorway while it's holding your shoulders, and you feel your spine just.
Have you guys ever been to a
That sounds
chiropractor?
amazing. Yes.
I
love
am
it.
literally the only person who never has. Dope.
They're like crack,
So,
crack, crack,
For
crack,
the
crack.
for the most part, it is a pseudoscience. Like the guy who created chiropractic was a fucking lunatic. But it does have benefits. Chiropractic mixed with physical therapy and exercise is
You
super
need to
beneficial.
exercise because when you have the muscle memory, it's just going to bring your shit back to what it was before they did it. So it's why you need to do it often and take care of yourself and do exercise properly, guys. Form is everything. Form.
A big thing too is cardio, because what happens is when you're not aligned and your muscles begin to atrophy, you get poor circulation. And one thing that helps with that is acupuncture, also a pseudoscience, but it does have benefits to it. Acupuncture is really good for circulation, and having good cardio also helps with your recovery and physical therapy, along with going to a chiropractor. Cardio is key with everything. Like
acupuncture scares me. I saw this one girl that had like these, she had x-rays on her knees because she would always get acupuncture there and her knees would always hurt, and they had like all these little like fiber needles in there.
Why was she going so often?
I don't know, but there was like her
acupuncture is something I've done like once a year.
Oh, okay.
If once a year. Last time I went was 2 years ago.
Oh, okay.
Never have I ever.
That's not something you should go do all the time.
Yeah, no, that scares
ice
me.
bath. Ice baths are also really good for you too.
Yeah. Have you guys seen that podcast on YouTube? I think it's Kevin Hart's, and he sits in ice baths. With,
yeah.
So funny. We should all do that.
He cheats a little bit though, because I've seen those tubs and it's
totally
like super watered
cheats.
down. Yeah, I was like, nah,
Totally
it should be like
cheats.
it should be 80% ice, and then that water all the way to the brim, and there should be just enough room for you to fit in there, and the ice and water should be pouring out. That's a real ice dip right there.
Real ice bath. And he gets out. He sits like on a stool because he's so teeny and tiny. It's so cute.
Just imagine, be proud, ladies. Y'all are both taller than Kevin Hart.
Nuh-uh. How tall is he?
5'1", 5'2".
Oh, then I am taller.
He's labeled.
He's that short?
Yeah, they bill him as like 5'4" or 5'5", but he's not. When you see him in person, and then he also wears like elevated platform shoes to be 5'5", but he's really only like, I think 5'1", 5'2".
No way.
Yeah.
He's little guy.
Small man, big bank.
Little guy. Yeah.
Big ass bank.
Right.
His
bank makes him 6'5".
That dude will never die. He's gonna live forever in the annals of history and time.
Oh, Kevin Hart. Well, we weren't talking shit about him. We were just talking about how he has a
big praises.
No. Kevin Hart's dope.
Oh yeah, I love him.
I love him.
Kevin Hart.
But
I love his say about him.
I love his podcast, his ice bath. Oh, I forgot what it's called.
Almost anything. I'd say everything Kevin Hart does is just pure gold. It's just fucking hilarious.
You know what it is, though?
Yeah.
Because at this point, when you're where you are, like where he's at, right? Or where The Rock is, or where a lot of these celebrities are, everybody's like, oh, this is the perfect role. It's like, no, like they hire these specific actors because they make the roles for that personality. Like they're not even acting at this point.
Yeah, it's literally just them.
Just showing up and being themselves.
Yeah.
Right? Except there are people who still act, like the guy who plays Dahmer in the new Netflix series.
Oh yeah,
that motherfucker is crazy talented, and just like Tom Hardy or like Heath Ledger for Joker, right? Like they really fucking dig deep and they fucking kill it.
Did you guys see Black Phone with Ethan Hawke?
That was a good movie.
Loved it.
I love that movie.
I just watched it this weekend because my neighbor,
my
neighbor
awesome
at my shop told me about it. He's like, "Oh, have you ever seen this?" I'm like, "No."
Did you ever watch The Lovely Bones?
Yes, I did see
It,
that
it
one.
gave me
Lovely
Lovely
Stanley
Bones
Tucci.
vibes.
I love Stanley
Yeah.
Tucci. But yeah,
The Lovely
it
Bones
was
was a
really
book,
good
wasn't it?
seeing
Yeah.
Ethan Hawke in that kind of role. It was cool. It was a really
Yeah,
good
and it
movie.
didn't get good reviews either. A lot of people hated that movie, and I thought it
loved
was really
it.
good.
Even the kids, like they did so well.
They fucking
the little
killed
girl,
it.
she's such a G.
Yes.
I love her.
When I
She's
hear
like-
you guys talk about all these shows and movies and shit, like, so in my life, whenever I'm somewhere or when I meet a guy or dating a guy or whatever, they're always like, "Oh, did you see this? Have you seen this?" You know, when you're like chilling with them and they're like trying to find something to watch, like, "Have you seen this? Have you seen this?" And I'm
That's
always
down
like,
near me.
I'm always like,
too.
no,
I'm such a movie buff.
no, I haven't seen anything. They're like, "God damn, you haven't seen shit." I'm like, dude, I wish, like, I just don't, like, I don't even have a TV in my room. You know what I mean?
I
Like,
don't either.
I don't watch a lot of TV, but I'm always like, I do really want to see that. I just don't know when I can. Like, it sucks. I need to start. And then I tell myself, do I need to start watching more TV? No, I need to like get my life together, right? Like, I don't know. I'm so
live your
torn.
life.
I know. I'm so torn.
Oh my gosh, another series that I like started binge watching and I finished and I'm caught up to is Handmaid's Tale.
Okay.
I
love
started that a
that.
while back, and I'm not caught up, so don't talk about it.
So
No, I won't.
there's a Netflix miniseries called The Watcher.
Oh,
I want to see
I
that
wanna see
too.
that
too.
It's on my
saw that.
list.
We just finished that yesterday.
Was it good?
Oh, it's so creepy.
Yeah, I heard the
Because-
story, and so now I want to see
did
the
you
show.
did you watch it at all?
No, I just
No.
heard the story. Like I heard
I've
like the
only heard-
original story, so I haven't.
Well, I remember
seen
when
it.
this happened back in 2014
Mm-hmm.
about this house and The Watcher. So you guys don't really know much about
No,
it?
don't talk about it.
I know
Don't
what it's
talk about
about.
Okay, so like
Yeah,
they
I know.
took
Don't
a lot
talk
of
about it.
aspects from the real story and then also moved around a bit, but it's basically what happened. This show
Okay.
is basically what happened. A little
Okay, don't
dramatized,
say any
Yeah,
more than
of
that.
course.
but it's straight to the meat and potatoes of what happened in real life.
So crazy.
And the
Wow.
show is nuts. I'm
So
watching the
crazy.
show. I'm like, holy fuck. Okay, I figured it out.
I like
Wait,
the
what
actors that are
fuck?
in it too, so
And
I'm really
and then
looking
I'm
forward
like,
to watching it.
Oh, I figured it out. And then I'm like, nah, wait, what the fuck? And then I'm like, okay, it's totally this. And then I'm like, what the fuck?
His mind
And then
is
it gets
just
to the
blown
last
left and
episode,
right.
and I'm like, oh, it's all awesome. And this okay, the ending. And then nope, what the
Yeah,
fuck?
I would say they never caught the guy. That was out that they never caught who did it
In real life?
in real life.
In real life, they didn't catch the guy.
Yeah, they didn't catch him. Okay.
No. Oh, well, it's actually a woman.
Guys,
There was-
Oh, okay.
stop
The-
it.
the-
Shut up. Shut
This is-
up.
This is all public information.
I
This is
know,
public
I realize this, but I'm
information.
just like pushing. Yeah, but like,
But in real life, they never
spoiler
caught the person.
alert. Fuck.
In real life, they never caught the person. Okay.
God
got it.
damn.
Got it.
You're fucking killing me. Shut up.
So, anyways, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like I said, I do like the
Uh.
actors that are in that show, so I'm really looking forward to watching it.
Also, you guys got to watch The Boys.
I'm not caught
Yeah,
up on the
I've-
boys.
Okay,
I
The
think I'm on
Boys.
season 2.
And I've given you guys links to my illegal streaming services.
yeah,
So
I have to do it.
Yes, you
everything you can possibly think of.
I
is on
literally
there.
pay for all this. Like, I have all the
wouldn't pay.
streaming services.
I stopped paying for that shit.
I wouldn't
Fuck.
pay.
I got
Why? I get it for free.
God damn it.
I get that shit for free. And sometimes I get it 3 hours early, depending on who's uploading.
Well,
Let's go.
damn.
What I will say about this whole watching TV and not having time for it, I really find that I only tend to watch things when I'm dating somebody
Yeah.
versus when I'm single.
Yeah.
And I feel like it should be the other way around, right? Because like you usually like start series with somebody or watch movies with your significant other because you're not out and doing other shit. You're home with your person, right?
Mm-hmm.
And for me, I think that's what it is. I think I just got to the bottom of it while we were talking. So
Problem solved. There
problem
we go.
solved.
Welcome to
So-
Bitch Guess What? We solve
Looks-
things.
Looks
We're
like I
a
won't
bit
be
of a
getting
detective.
looks
So,
like I
yeah,
won't
the
be getting
private
into any
investigator.
more series.
Those
for
be
a while.
boys.
City boys!
City
City boys!
everyone's probably like,
it's better than yours.
You do that beat really good right now.
I can teach you, but I have to just la 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 la. Warm it up, la la
You
la
can't see my butt, but it's moving.
I'm waiting. We always have to break out into
Please.
song.
Yeah, at some point. Always led by Lucho.
Yes. The voice of bitch, guess what?
The voice of the stars.
So real quick, we need to debrief. Sonia, dating?
No. But I did meet up. So remember the guy I told you that I got his information in San Diego?
What? Was I not involved in this? What happened?
Yeah.
Which guy in San Diego?
The last episode. So when I went with my friends, the night I fell, and I told you guys that I got a guy's information. So we actually met up on Saturday
How'd that
in
go?
Carlsbad. It was good.
Okay.
But
in Carlsbad, huh? What y'all doing out there?
What?
He kind of like invited himself over to my house, and so I was like, nah. So
how do you do that?
Because he was like, oh, like I live far, like Miramar, like you're like 15 minutes away.
Okay,
like,
drive your ass back home.
And I was like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
He thought he had it like that, huh?
And I just
left.
Didn't come back.
You ditched him?
He invited himself to my house. That's weird. That's hella weird. Like,
What'd he say?
He said,
text
you live close. He wrote me, but
what did he say? Bitch.
What did he say?
Nothing.
What did he say?
How you gonna leave it? Bitch, don't be leaving me.
Leave us on a motherfucking cliffhanger, okay? Benioff and Weiss over there. Come on now.
Nothing. No.
It's like you broke my
heart. It wasn't. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't do that. But I did. So we walked out because I went to the bathroom and I was actually debating on like how to like get away from it, right? I'm like, how do I get out of this? I'm like trying to think of stories in the bathroom. I'm like, he probably thinks I'm taking a shit because I'm taking forever. Like, I don't know what to do. So I walk out and he was talking to this girl like that was standing next to him because I was talking to another girl that was like drunk and she was super cool. And then he was behind me and talking.
Were you guys at a bar?
Yeah, we were at Boar's.
Oh, okay.
Which I haven't been to in years. But
Where
anyways,
else you gonna go in Carlsbad?
Yeah, and so
Cantina's
I was like,
closed.
hey, like I'm gonna go to the bathroom. So that's when I went. Came back. He was still talking to her, and then I was like just standing there. And then he's like, "Oh, you ready?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And so I was like, "Oh, she's cute." I'm like, "You should get her number." And he's like, "What? Really?" Like I thought about it. I'm like, "Yeah, like do it." I'm like, "She's cute. Go get it." He's like, "Are you serious?" And I'm like, "Yes, go." Like I don't fucking have any claims on you. And so he went in, and then I walked out, and I was like right by my car. And I was like, fuck, do I just get in my car right now? Then a guy that I had met at the bar when I was waiting for him to come, because he had met up with a friend somewhere else and then was coming. And he was coming out of Coyote where I parked. Yeah. And then he started talking to me. And then the guy came out and I was like, oh my God, like hide me. And I'm like trying to hide. He started walking towards where the alley is. And I was like, okay, God, he's going that way. And then he turned back and came back and I was like trying to hide. And then he saw me and I was like, fuck. So then he saw me talking to the guy and he thought it was like all sketchy. And then we went into Coyotes, which he obviously wanted to leave, but I was like not trying to go. And I was telling the guy, I'm like, oh my God, like he's trying to come home with me. I feel really awkward. Like, how do I get away from him? And he's like, let's just go into Coyotes. So I'm like, oh yeah, like let's go to Coyotes. Yeah. And he's like, I guess. So anyways, we go into Coyotes and I'm like, you want a drink? You want a drink?
Sorry, could you say that again?
Oh my God. Scared the shit out of me.
Let's go. Yo.
Siri's
Alexa wants a shot.
Siri's gonna like call somebody.
Siri's like, let's go. What we doing? Who you?
Hey,
what's up, bitch? Where we going?
Did you say
Siri's like,
drink?
hey, where we at? What we sipping on? What's it? Let's
She's
go.
like, let me
Go
get
to
a
Carlsbad.
tequila and pineapple. Fucking thirsty ass.
Let me get that kamikaze. Okay, so anyways, I'm trying to be fast. Sorry. Okay.
No, you don't have. I mean, you don't have to be. There's no like hard stop. But go ahead.
I know, but still. So, anyways, so we get in and I'm asking them if they want drinks. The guy that I was talking to, he wanted one. He's like, yeah, I'll take a drink. And then the other guy that like I met up with, he was like, nah. And I'm like, oh, you don't want water or nothing? He's like, nah. And I'm like, okay. So then just me and the guy had a drink, and then he's like pulling me onto the dance floor because he knows I'm trying to get away from him. So he's trying to help me, but then I feel awkward because I'm like, then he's just standing there, and then this guy, like this other person's like pulling me onto the dance floor, and so I was like, I don't know what to do, and so I was walking like, and he's like,
that's when you get a third guy to get away from those two.
Like I didn't know that you were like meeting someone here. Like I didn't know that you were already gonna try and hang out with somebody. He's like, I'm just gonna go, and I'm like, okay, have a good night. I give him a hug, and I'm like, drive safe. And then he left, and then he like messaged me on Instagram, and then he was like, oh, like, do you want me to read it?
Yes. Fucking read it.
You want us to read it?
Yeah, like what kind
We're gonna
of silly
clip this.
question
What
is
do you
that?
mean?
Yeah.
Shut up. What is it? How far down is this? I'm just kidding. Wait, my
He's
DMs
not
is
in your
popping.
recent.
No, he's not. Hold on, I gotta scroll.
Damn, son.
See, this is stuff you gotta tell us
Down in the
beforehand.
DM.
You could have sent me the messages. I could be reading them right now in his voice.
Oh, here it is.
Damn it, Sonia.
Hey.
The fuck? I thought we were friends.
Sorry. Hey, you want me to? You want me to? I'll send it to you.
No, it's good. Go ahead.
Okay. It says, it was nice to see you again, but unfortunately you chose to hang out with somebody else. I wish you nothing but the best, Sonia. God bless you.
Didn't he
Oh,
just
damn.
get some other bitch's number in the
Yeah,
other bar?
and I told him to, and I was
What
like,
is
it's
he
cool.
like?
Like,
What is he giving you shit about though?
yeah, and I'm like, I just let you get someone's number right in front of me. Like, I don't give a fuck. And
it
so
don't
that
make
was at
sense.
1:26 in the morning, and then I didn't respond till 2:24 after I got home. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I don't want to read mine, but
read it.
Go ahead.
no. Let me
Read
see what I
it.
wrote. Just kidding. No, I was just like, oh yeah, it was nice to see you too. I was like, I didn't choose to hang out with him. He's cool, but too old for me because he was like an older guy. He was like
Mhm.
40s. I don't know, whatever, 50s.
Mhm.
And I was like, I just met him tonight. I was like, I'm sorry you felt that way, but I was honestly a little uncomfortable that you invited yourself to my place. At the end of the day, we are strangers. And if there's anything that I've learned about being single in these streets, is to take my time with people. Hooking up with people or moving too fast. Well, I was talking about something because he just got out of a relationship too. So that's kind of
Mhm.
doesn't matter. But I was like, that's why I encouraged you to get that girl's number. I'm like, have zero expectations and take your time. And that was it. And I said, I wish you nothing but the best too. And then he said, I'm sorry I made you feel that way. You're a great person and deserve to be treated with respect. I didn't mean to move things fast like that. My bad. I hope you get home safely. That was it. Well, that wasn't it. There was more, but that was it.
That's all she's reading.
Yeah, that's all I'm reading. So yeah. I was like, well, that's nice. At least
The
you,
rest
like,
will be on the
acknowledged it.
Patreon later tonight. That's gonna cost y'all $5.99 a month.
Join my OnlyFans.
Y'all want these
Just kidding. I'm gonna have the text written out on my
exclusive
titties.
content. Maybe we should do that. We'll make like a Patreon, have exclusive content. You know what I mean? We'll fucking, we'll have fucking like damn near. We'll fucking do
It
like
goes
a.
down in the
well,
DMs.
What we could do is like all of us watch the finale live of House of Dragon, and we'll stream it, but it's only on Patreon. And like, I got some songs I'm working on and shit. They'll be released first, only on Patreon. Y'all want to see some pictures of my feet? Only on Patreon. What's up?
Oh
$5.99 a month.
$5.99. That's a motherfucking deal.
Exactly.
That's a steal.
Exactly. We bring we bring all the originals in. They get that gooch, and then once I got their emails and we
That
boost up the
gooch?
Patreon, the price goes up, but they still get to pay that $5.99 because they
That's facts.
original
Yeah,
clientele.
you get grandfathered in.
Facts. You basically
Mhm.
you own stock in the company. Okay, a bitch. Guess
Hey.
what? We're all bitches in
Mhm.
this thing. You feel me?
We all a bunch of cheese
We're all
sauce up
bitches.
in this piece.
Hey now.
Oh, I don't have any interesting stories like yours.
So yeah.
I did
was-
go on a date though.
Oh, excuse
What?
me.
the fuck with
That
who?
is interesting. What are you talking
Now
about?
I did.
Congratulations.
Tell me more. Tell me
It's-
more.
It's weird. I don't. Super nice guy, dope guy.
How'd you meet?
Uh-huh.
How'd you meet?
Things.
Tinder?
Social media.
Like
on Instagram?
Instagram?
Did he slide in the
no,
DMs?
not Instagram. Not Instagram.
Tinder. Did you download Tinder?
Absolutely fucking not.
Did you
Was
download
this-
Bumble?
I am not on any dating app. This was a Twitter thing.
Twitter of all
What?
places. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
okay,
I'm not
no,
the judge.
Twitter?
I'm not judging, but that's
No,
random.
we've been following each other for years, right? And I got put on to him from a friend of mine who I actually know like in real life.
Okay.
So, and he's on there. He's incredibly intelligent, all these things. And it went really well. We'll see. We'll see how that
Where'd you
goes.
guys go?
Dinner. We went to,
Where?
okay, so, Yard
Where did
House.
you go?
Because
you
it
eat?
has a hella options. I ate a poke thingy.
Who paid?
He did.
That's
I
nice.
offered. He insisted.
And you let him.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. So is he older than you? Younger than you? Same age?
He's a couple years older than me.
Okay, that's good.
So he's in that vicinity. He's not like
Hmm.
way too old or anything like that. He's
That's
a good
nice.
age. Yeah.
Is his hairline receding? I'm just kidding.
No. Got a
I'm
full
just
head of
kidding.
hair.
Nice.
So there's that. Cuter, way cuter than pictures in person. He's not ugly in his pictures. I'm just saying he
Yeah.
looks really
Some
way
people
better
are
in
like,
person.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
And like I said, really smart.
What'd you guys eat?
I ate poke and he ate like a poke nachos plate thingy.
What'd you guys drink? Drink of choice.
I had a margarita and he had a paloma.
Ooh,
Oh,
palomas
okay.
are good.
Fancy
Mhm.
motherfucker. I
That's
see.
exciting. Was it down in San Diego or in LA when you were there?
Mm-hmm.
In LA?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you smiling? Did he stay in your bed?
No. Absolutely not. There's none of that. There was not even a kiss, like nothing. It was just a hug. Nice to meet you. Those kinds of things. That's it.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
But
he wasn't like handsy or anything
Oh,
weird.
that's so nice.
Like it was
I
really,
love
I
that.
felt comfortable. I felt respected. It wasn't terrible.
So will there be a date too?
I'm down. Yeah.
Okay. You're open to
Yeah.
it? To
Yeah.
another date? Okay.
Yeah.
There he is. Speak of the devil. Just kidding.
No. That's not him. That's the other
Just
devil
kidding.
right here.
The
She
one
appears.
commenting?
Yeah. I gotta turn off this ringer. Sorry, I can't talk to you right now. But yeah. I don't know. It feels weird to talk about that right now. It's like,
Why?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've had like a first date, you know?
Mhm.
And so it's wild. It's weird.
It is weird. It's
It
very
is
weird.
super weird.
I hate it.
Like, I don't like it. I'm like when I find somebody, like I'm like, that's it. I don't even want to entertain some shit, right?
These streets are not like that.
I don't, right? And I don't, and
I
it
know.
takes me a while. Like,
what is it? How is
what's
it these men when you go on dates, they approach these dates? What is the energy that they're bringing?
What do you mean?
When you go, is it nervous energy? Is it warming energy? Is it fucking clearly this person just wants to fuck? Is it sexual tension?
Depends on the
Like,
person. Yeah. This one wasn't like that. It wasn't nervous. He was kind of quiet. He wasn't the guy that is constantly talking about himself and all those things.
That's nice.
And he was asking me questions, so he was listening most of the time. And it was the first time I've ever like been the only one who was basically talking the whole time. So like there were points during the dinner when I was like, I'm thinking to myself, like, I'm just talking and talking and talking. And I was just like, so how about you? And he's like, I'm just a quiet person. He's like, I enjoy listening to you and getting to know you and all these things. And like, you know, kind of like, don't take it like that. Because I was kind of like, oh shit, like
he's not interested or he's bored
or right. And God, I hope I don't say the wrong thing type thing, you know?
Yeah.
Like
well, some women are like that when they haven't been on a date in a while. is they have like they'll want to
Blah, blah,
talk a
blah,
lot.
blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
but then they feel like, oh, I'm talking too much. But it's
Uh-huh.
like, no, like, because that's how I see it as like I'm just downloading. I gotta download all this data. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like
Better him
download
than
all
me
this.
because my
you know what I
memory
mean?
is terrible.
Because
Your memory is
on a
horrible.
first date, if you just sit and listen to them and then like you converse with them, but let them, talk about
Mhm.
themselves, you're gonna find out who she is real quick. And that's how
Mhm.
you find out if you even want a second date with her or not. Just let her fucking
Yeah.
talk. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
And then when you do talk, don't talk about yourself. Talk about other things. Like
Mhm.
anytime I'd go on a date, I wouldn't be like, oh yeah, some random fucking thing would pop up, and because I just have a random access of knowledge. Like somehow Mount Everest came up in the conversation. I talked like 15, 20 minutes about Everest, like all these things, like I've learned, like because as a child I was obsessed with Mount Everest, and
Did you see
fucking-
Aftershock on Netflix?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Watch
No,
it.
I
Sorry,
know.
All
I
y'all
just had to say that.
motherfuckers
I had
and
to say
your
that real
shows.
quick. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt. I just had to say
Gentlemen.
that real quick. Sorry. Go ahead.
All
But,
y'all
like,
and your shows.
But I noticed as I was speaking, like seeing in her eyes, like she'd like that. She saw like, oh, this guy's adventurous, like he knows all this shit. And then also like when I get in my bag and like I start talking about like random facts about something that I'm really passionate about, I don't know, women like that shit, I guess. So like, don't talk about yourself. Talk about things that
you know.
You know what I
Mhm.
mean?
Teach me something. I love
Teach her
when people
something.
teach me something.
Women
Yeah.
like
I love
to, you know
it.
what I
That
mean?
is something that I do
I
like.
love it.
Yeah, and let her talk. Don't talk about yourself unless she asks you. If she asks you,
Mhm.
be straight up, answer honest questions about yourself. But in turn, you can turn that to something else that you know about. Like anytime some like, oh, well, I did boxing for about 10 years, and but then it turned out, like I didn't really like all the brain damage I was getting because let's be, blunt force trauma to your head on a regular basis is not healthy for you, especially with CTE nowadays, and CTE people, they tend to be more prone to having dementia and Alzheimer's. And I used to work in assisted living with a lot of dementia and Alzheimer's patients. My grandfather, in fact, himself had dementia. And
I think I'm gonna have that.
And then there's certain proteins in your genetics to where it's precursors to it. So some people they can't get
I
it.
feel like I already have it.
Some people do get it, but also like the majority of research and like publications are false about dementia and Alzheimer's research, which has just recently come out. And it's actually pretty groundbreaking, the new shit that they're doing. And one fact is within 3 months of a diagnosis of dementia and Alzheimer's, your brain shrinks by 30%. All those rich nutrients and fats in your brain shrink, and your cognitive ability is greatly dwindled. And the main things that stay intact are your medulla oblongata, which has to deal with anger and quick reactions and like your self-defense mechanisms. That's why when you see a lot of old people, they're not pleasant to be around when they have dementia because they cuss, sometimes they're overly sexual.
See, I think I have it.
And but those things that's the last things that go. So like with a boxer, the last thing a boxer has is their power. Speed goes, their agility, their timing, but their power always stays. Same thing with people. When they have dementia, everything goes except for their anger and their sex drive. That's the only things that stay, because those are things that keep you alive and reproducing. Sex and anger, your defense mechanisms. And I would just talk with them, and I'd just have that conversation, and they'd be like, oh my God. Then they ask questions, and then I'd turn that into them. Boom. Oh, really? Oh, your grandma. Oh, okay. What kind of music?
So did we just peep get a little glimpse of what a first date is like with
Lucha?
Yeah. But this is like broadcasting, and I'm like speaking like usually I'm way more suavecito with my fucking. I put it on. So like that conversation, but me trying to be eloquent-esque. You know what I mean?
Noted.
You know what I mean? And then when she's like, oh my God, like your mom was like, yeah, it'd be like that sometimes.
I feel like on dates, I'm more like awkward. Like I feel like I'm quiet and I don't know what to say. And
well, that's also so you have to when you go on a date, you got to be welcoming and warm. So
I am.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the man. so the woman can be comfortable and open
Mhm.
up.
Mhm.
So
That's true. That's true.
and this is one of the perks of like growing up around women is I know how to approach women and like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
to make them feel you got to come with that feminine energy to
Yeah.
break the wall down with them. And then once they feel comfortable, that's when
Or
attraction
at least
comes
healthy
in.
masculine energy. Like,
And then you
Yeah.
can be like, oh yeah, I'll pay for this. Oh no, it's okay, I'll pay for it. Are you sure? Like I don't mind at all. How about
Yeah.
this? How about I pay, then you leave the tip? Oh yeah, that works. Yeah, cool.
I
'Cause
think
we're gonna
when
be-
you're
we're gonna be
nervous,
sitting here.
I love that. That's a great conversation.
what?
Or if they pay, I leave a tip because
Yeah.
and if you're a waiter or a waitress, you want me to leave a tip. Trust me.
I
Them
always
things
feel
is
bad
fat.
tipping
Hey,
like on a
Term.
card though,
Hey,
because I never
Terminator.
have cash.
I
When we
always
went
have
to
cash.
Buffalo
I know you
Wild
always
Wings,
have cash. I never have cash.
and we,
like,
oh wait,
ever.
you weren't there with us, were you? You went to
Fucking
Applebee's.
Lucho.
That's what
Who are you
did.
having a podcast with right now?
Excuse me, our audience is listening.
Excuse me,
Sorry about
sir.
that. Excuse me. Simmer down, sir.
Sir,
That's what Jenna
I'm
always
gonna
needs.
need you to.
She's like, sir, you need to simmer down, sir. And I'll be like, all right.
Sir, I'm gonna need you to focus on us. Okay.
God damn,
Thank
way to
you.
sound just like her. Jesus,
Thank you.
Stella.
You have two
Um,
women right in front of you. Are we
Excuse
not
you,
enough?
exactly.
And Penny's sitting over here like, the
Yes,
fuck?
see?
Not
Bitch,
just
I-
women,
Bitch,
Mexican
I've been
women.
here all day.
Yeah, Mexican women at that.
What about him?
The audacity.
We're gonna need you to focus.
All
on
the
us.
audacity. All the
Yeah.
We need
attention.
the attention, please.
Mhm. We're the
Attention.
only ones in the world right now.
We
are.
John, ahorita.
So yeah, I'll keep you somewhat informed. I feel like
Sounds good.
if there's anything I've learned is
On 4K.
Lucio caught in
is-
4K. Facts. Run back some of these episodes. Boy, did I fuck up.
Lucio be name dropping.
Yeah.
It's all here.
I don't know. There's the part of me that's like, I hate that I'm somebody who puts all my eggs in one basket. And I've preached like not to do this.
You tell me that every
tell you
time,
not
and
to.
you do it every time.
And I'm telling you guys right now that I'm not gonna do that.
We can watch it when you get back.
Why are you so low, Lucho?
Is he low on purpose?
Say
¿Qué
something.
está pasando?
I can't hear you.
No, can't hear shit.
Uh-uh.
Can't
Okay,
hear
sorry.
that.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Stella. Go ahead.
So I do preach the don't put your eggs in one basket. Nobody's like, I'm not really dating anybody. Like, this is the first
Yeah.
person I've gone out on a date with in a
Mhm.
while. And like, there have been people who've tried to get at me, but I'm pretty sure those people just want to fuck me. And so I haven't like even
Mhm.
giving that the time of the day. I'm not
Same.
interested in that. Like, it's not how I want or care to roll. Is it something I, as a human being, fucking need? Absolutely. But I'm not just gonna go do that with anybody.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And so we can hear the tappies.
Sweet.
There you are.
So, but if there is somebody else that I feel is of value that asked me out on a date, I'll probably say yes.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to put all the eggs in one basket, but I also don't want to be so spread out with a bunch of motherfuckers that I'm not taking the time to really build a real connection and
With
figure
one,
it out.
I know.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, that's the hard part. I think that's like what I struggled with, like on Tinder, like getting to know people. And like, you guys know that I had a few connections that I was like really feeling, but then it was like scary because I'm like, I don't want to do too much and they don't feel the same way. And then I'm the one at the end that's like hurt or upset or whatever. So like, I have to like fall back, but it's hard. It's hard to like navigate through those like feelings, like, I don't know, like you have to like separate them and you're like, well, I really like you and you really like me, but you're not looking for something serious. And like,
Yeah.
I am. And at the end of the
It
day,
sucks.
like, it's just like, it doesn't
so
work.
sad.
And I'm
it
the same way.
hurts,
Like
man.
we both, like you were saying, like you trust people really easily. I do too. So it's hard for me, but I feel like at the end of the day, like trust is earned on credit, and I'm not afraid to call in the debt. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like if I can't trust you, you show me that I can't trust you, like peace.
The thing, like, yeah, I mean, and I don't know. I think at the end of the day, like, as long as I can trust myself, and if I'm fucking with somebody that I can no longer trust myself with, then that's where it's like a problem.
Yeah.
Like,
Hi, Coco, I love you. Thanks for showing up. Sorry, I had to say that.
No, yeah, you're good. I don't want it
Okay,
to.
who's going to wait? Someone's going to sleep?
Coco's
Ralph
or
is.
sorry, Ralph. Sorry.
Oh. Good night.
What I don't want to happen is what happened last time. You know, like that shit crushed me.
Yeah.
It was really fucking sad for me, and it took me like a while to get over it. And I don't want it to make me not open to other shit, you know, like the possibility of that happening again. So I am like putting myself out there a little bit like that with this, but I think that's why I'm not going to put all the eggs in one basket again. Because I did do that. I literally stopped talking to everybody else for that person. You know?
I know.
Here we are. We'll see.
Fucking dating in the 21st
Dating
century.
sucks, bro.
Fuck.
It sucks so bad.
The
So
dating
bad.
pool is
Everybody just wants something
trash.
so shallow and like.
Yes, shallow connections. They just want to hook up, like, and then they feed you these things for a while because then they want to hook you. Then once they hook you, then they're like peace, and you're like, what the fuck? Like
the old bait and switch. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
And it sucks because there's like, I'm not somebody who's just like, oh, here, yeah, like let's dive in. Like I'm constantly like apprehensive, right? I'm like testing the temperatures, like, hey, where are you? How do you feel right now? Like I'm constantly someone who's checking in, right? To make sure that I'm not the only person who thinks it's going one way, you know, but like every relationship or dating situationship I've been in has been that way, where I'm like, hey, temp check, where are we at? And they'll swear to you that it is on this path. And then all of a sudden, it's not.
You're getting a little robotic there.
My internet's trash.
It's like, right there.
My internet is trash.
Oh.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
A little bit.
It's because Justin's streaming, Abby's streaming, Gavin's streaming. Like everybody's fucking streaming, even though they know I'm podcasting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to say that your girl put herself out there again.
I'm so proud of you.
We'll see how this goes.
Tater's proud of his Nina. Say, go Nina, go Nina. Find me a Nina.
Baby mama.
Did he say baby mama?
He said to find him a Nino already.
Find him a Nino.
It's Lucho. Lucho's your Nino.
What up, bud?
There you go. I don't need to find him one.
Sing him a sing him a lullaby.
Yes, he can hear it through my headphones.
Can he really?
Yeah.
He's
smelling you.
You guy. Tater Tot Smith.
Hoy me tengo que ir, mi amor. Recuérdame. No llores, por favor. Te llevo en mi
Look what you're doing to him.
Is he? Oh, is he crying? Is he sad?
Yeah, he's all sentimental now.
Aww.
No, he's just loving him some his mama.
He's all required.
Oh, you giving him them chest rubs?
Oh my goodness, he's just a little guy.
He's a little guy. He's a little guy. He's a little guy.
He's a little buddy. This is a little guy.
See, where's Penny Sue? Where's my sister?
Penny, come
He's my cousin.
Yeah.
So, well, I'm very proud of you for putting yourself out there. That's a
Fuck
huge
yeah.
step in the right direction. Just to, even if it doesn't turn into anything, like you're still putting yourself out there, which is huge.
Fuck yeah.
So
And
good
it
for
was
you.
a pleasant night,
was a good
right?
one,
You said
yeah.
you go out again with
It
him.
was a good
Yeah.
experience. I would go out with him. I'm pretty sure he wants to go out with me again. 'Cause clearly,
Fuck yeah.
he's not stupid.
Who wouldn't? He's not gonna fumble the bag.
That
Come
going
on.
for him.
Go!
Come on.
And yeah, we shall see. To be continued or not, it don't matter. What I'm not going to do though is constantly check in about it here. I'll have conversation with you guys like in the DMs or something.
Yeah.
But I think that I'm learning the lesson from the last one. You know, it was very public-ish, but with anonymity or whatever. And then
Will Stella go on another date? Will Lucho finally manage his anger? Will Sonia finally tear the wall down? Find out not this week, but next week on Bitch Guess What?
Hey, that's a great way to end this podcast.
That's for
Thank you
Lucha.
guys for
That'll be the new
tuning
closer
in.
now. I'll come up with I'll be like, yeah.
For Sonia, I think it's will she tear the wall down for the last 25 episodes though.
No, honey, they haven't come down yet. It's almost been a year. Hey, it's almost been a year since we started this podcast, and they have not come down. I think they've gotten higher since then. Since I've been on the dating whatever street.
Yeah.
Okay, so then
Like,
that's
they've
not the
gotten higher.
direction we want to go. We need to figure out how to.
That's the hard thing. There's so many fucking trash ass men out here that I fucking hate it. I can't find
Well,
anyone.
the law of attraction is real. Let's make sure we're not bringing in people who ain't shit because we are not emotionally available.
Facts.
You gotta be it to bring it, honey.
Yeah. And when
But I
you
also
take
don't want to
those,
scare away the right one.
you take those
a
baby
hard
steps.
dynamic.
You'll never
outside your
scare away
comfort
the right
zone.
one. The right one won't ever get scared.
Ooh, I see
Little
what you did
little
there.
baby steps right outside the comfort zone.
Yes.
But you'll never scare away the right one. You understand that, right?
That's all facts. That's all facts.
Okay. What's
all
meant
facts.
for you will not miss you. And if he's the real one, the right one, he's not scared of a little bit of walls. He's just going to Trojan horse his way in there. You know what I'm saying?
My stubbornness.
So,
we'll see if anyone can
yes.
handle that.
Yeah. But
I
also
can't.
know,
That's for damn motherfucking certain.
I think she's the only one. Where are you? She's the only one that can handle my stubborn ass.
She's such a bitch. She is such a bitch.
I am.
I'm like, girl, if you
Well,
don't just fucking
when you
calm
do
your ass down right
when
now.
you do meet the right one, don't let them go. Embrace them.
Yes,
Ego.
of course. Of course
Remove
I will.
the
I'm
ego.
a lover. Like, I'm a relationship person. I've been in long ass relationships my
I
entire
am
like
too.
dating career. So it's hard
Although
for
I've
me
been
to
single
not.
for 6 years.
I've never
Oh, I'm
I've,
Taurus as fuck, my.
I've never been it's something that I've always wanted, but I've never been able to. I've only had 3 actual like relationships where it was like, oh, this is my girlfriend. I'm their boyfriend. Other than that, it's usually just like a girl I'm just sleeping with or somebody I'm just seeing
Situationship.
or like whatever. Or like
You
know.
don't date to marry?
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I definitely date to marry. That's what
Yeah.
but I mean like you gotta
That's
define
me too.
you gotta define date though. So like because if it's now I don't really date at all anymore.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? But like
Yeah.
when even when I was
Same.
dating, like it was like date to marry, but it's like it's also like the girls that were meeting were like awful. Like fucking like I was also like and then like I would meet awesome women and blow it. Like you know what I mean? Like
But that's because so this is the thing, like
it was me fucking it up because it was like, yo, if
self-sabotage.
I really made an effort, I could be with this woman for the rest of my and I can make her happy too. Like, and it's like, but then it's like I get so scared of it. But I'm also like on drugs at the time,
and
then
the
like
fear of rejection,
and then like working on a career, and it's like I don't got time for this. I'm focused on me, and it's like, but you're just out here like in a sense like hurting yourself, and then also hurting women who genuinely did like you.
Care for you.
Care for you.
Yeah.
Because like women, I'd be fooling around with girls, but talking to somebody for weeks on end, and then
not fucking her. Yeah.
And not fucking her because I'm
right. She's the one you're trying to get to know.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And then go on a date, and then it's like awesome or bad. Like there's been bad dates where it's like we finally met and it was like, nah, we do not vibe whatsoever. But then there's also been there's also been like we meet and it's like we're in fucking love, and it's like talking like shout out. I'm sorry, Laura, I fucked up. You're so fucking. You were such a prize, and I blew it.
The bag.
And I don't call women prizes quite often. And you were a fucking amazing prize. She's happily with somebody else now and has a kid. Like everything, like me and her talked about, like having kids and like getting married.
That's
off
sad.
of like we only met once. We met once. She came over. We danced. And I played music and we danced and then we fucking because I wanted to dance with her, and we danced, and played music, and then we fucking started watching a TV show, and then we just talked the whole thing, and then she told me to kiss her, and then we started making out, and it was all passionate, and I was like, we're falling in love with each other, and then I don't know what the fuck happened. She never talked to me again. Or
Did she find something out about you?
I don't know. I'm pretty open. I was always a pretty open book.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
Do you guys ever wonder if people ever like regret losing you?
Sometimes.
Oh no,
I do.
Alana, I'm sorry, I fucked up.
He's gonna fucking go down a whole ass
list. So sorry. Alana bought me a fucking like personal like what are those books? That's not stationery. It's like a personal organizer for like a year thing, but it had like. It was a planner, but it was specified for people who have like anxiety and PTSD and like depression. And like it constantly had these things that just like, I was like uplifted my day.
Yeah.
And then I lost her phone number and I never even tried to reach out to her. And like we were I fucking blew that. She was awesome.
Luceo's over here blowing it.
Fumbling
this is what I
all the
wonder
bags.
though. I wonder if there's ever been a guy from my past that's like this, like wondering, like,
it's like, oh, I fucked
it up.
I know. I know.
Shit.
It's true.
Andrea, fuck.
If you're out there,
you want me to keep going? Kimi from Brazil, I fucked that up.
Oh, dude.
Who else did I?
Who have you not fucked up?
Jessica, sorry. Fuck it. Well, these are women. I didn't mean like fuck them up. It's just like it didn't work out. And
no, that's what I meant.
I should have put effort in because they were awesome. And I ain't shit. What the fuck?
If any of my exes or anyone I talk to, you know, if you feel like you fumbled the bag, just let me know. It's okay. Just let me know.
Drop a comment.
And the girl, Adriana, the girl that I never fucking met and I'm so in love with, and I blew it with her. She was like, yeah, like, you know, you don't hit me up enough. And like, I feel like you're in other ways. And then she told me kick rocks. And then she was like, oh yeah, I missed her she was like, oh, I missed our conversations, you know? And then I was like, yeah, but ain't you telling me to kick rocks? And then she was like, you know what? Yeah, I did. And then she kicked rocks. And then now I'm over here like, fuck. She actually was like, I let it go. She came back and then I told it to go away. And then you stupid motherfucker, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck? Yeah.
Does this shit keep you up at night, Lucho?
I know. It sounds like you have a lot you need to get off your chest. You be name dropping like a motherfucker.
That's why I need this podcast. I could let it out because I just be up at night, just reaving and moaning.
We're here
and crying.
for you.
We're here for
your
you, bud.
I'm taking a bath early on a Saturday night.
Puro pinche player.
Damn, Lucha. Well, hopefully you're grown. You're a different person now. Maybe the next one you'll recognize a good one when they come into your life. And then you'll take actions to better yourself and be that man to hold on to them.
Love is not the death of duty, and duty is not the death of love. Love and duty are the same.
And the mucho lucho.
And the
mucho lucho.
Can't forget about that.
Nobody's ever mucho luchoed me.
Patent pending. We have instructional videos in the Patreon. $5.99 a month. Okay.
Exclusive
shit.
members only, VIP.
Exclusive members only. We have a free pamphlet you can download. If you are on the Amazon Kindle, we have an audiobook for that as well.
And a full description of the wet ass pussy, consistency, and everything.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right, we're done.
All right, guys. This is our longest podcast ever, number 25. We thank you all so much for joining us for episode 25. Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, comment, share. Also, set your notifications so you never miss an episode of Bitch Guess What? With the 3 best chismosas that you ever could have.
I'm not even gonna try to do this shit.
Oh, and follow us on IG for real.
Yeah, follow us on Instagram. We hope to get more
LinkedIn.
active on there
Patreon.
and have clips of all these fucking gems we be dropping every motherfucking episode. But we are all busy and
Yes,
trash,
sorry guys.
so.
We try to be on top of it as much as we can in our busy schedules, but more to come, more reels. We're gonna do clips. Lucho's been working on it because I am not good at this technology shit. I did the reel today and I was like struggling.
You did great. You did great.
I'm like, how do I do this? But yeah.
You definitely did great. I'm proud of you. And
you.
anything I can pass off to either one of you is fantastic. So
Perfect.
I don't want to
love you all.
no more.
I'm not a player. I just
crush
fuck a
a lot.
lot.
The
Right there, what you looking for?
Punisher.
no, the
All right,
better
guys.
version is I'm not a player. Play that one.
True. All right, y'all.
Have a
We
good
love
night,
y'all.
guys.
Thanks,
See
guys.
you in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Bye.
Mwah.
And all the musical stylings of Lucho Amor.
You are now tuning in live to Bitch Guess What?
Bitch guess what? Bitch guess what? Bitch guess what? What? All of these bitches be guessing. Bitch guess what? What? Bitch guess what? What? Bitch guess what? What? How do these bitches be guessing? All of my bitches be guessing. Who they be guessing? Half of them stressing. Y'all need a lesson. Hold up in line, one at a time. Baby, I get to your question. Just the same.